if you want to continue grinding, growing your account, and preparing for future things on global Dokkan, this is the video for you. Because right now, Dokkan on both sides of the game are pretty dead. First and foremost, something you can be doing right now on global is we'll go to the Baba shop right here, then we'll go to the trade points section of the Baba shop, and you have on the very top here is a free-to-play Great Saiyaman. But there are 5 different units of 5 different typings that you can get with Baba points, and you can get unlimited copies of them. They just cost quite a few Baba points, but we're gonna get into how you can farm up those Baba points in just a minute. You have a Great Saiyaman, there's a Nappa, there's a free-to-play Deborah, a free-to-play Krillin, and also a free-to-play Max Power Master Roshi. But basically, you want to purchase enough of each character to raise their super attacks from level 1 to level 10 and to unlock all of their hidden potential paths, and then an extra 5 copies on top of that to be prepared for their eventual easy A's here on global Dokkan. And one of the best ways to farm Baba points is to actually go to the Dragon Ball story right here, and we'll go to Dragon Ball Z. And if you go to the, I think it's called the Saiyan Warrior Race. Yep, a new threat, the Saiyan Warrior Race. Go to stage 6. We'll hit the information tab here. In stage 6, you can farm a free-to-play Goku unit that starts out as a UR. So he's going to sell for a lot more Baba points since he starts out at a higher rarity. So you want to farm him up, and you want to go to the Baba shop and then trade him in for Baba points right here. And as you can see here, he sells for 1,500 Baba points per unit. And something else to note is their Dokkan Awakening medals for all 5 of those units from the Baba point shop is this Ghost Usher right here. And this Ghost Usher can only be purchased once a day with 1,000,000 Zenny, as you can see right here. And it takes 7 of these Usher medals to Dokkan Awaken each unit. So you will need a total of 35 to Dokkan Awaken your main copies, and then another 35 to Dokkan Awaken your extra copies for when they actually easy A, if you don't want to go the route of using or wasting your Elder Kais on these free-to-play units. Another very simple thing you could be doing right now is just looking at your box of characters and seeing which characters need to be Dokkan Awakened or Z Awakened or leveled up, any free-to-play characters that you partially did and need to go back and complete. Just look through your box, see what needs to be done, and start awakening those characters, even if they are free to play and even if they do seem useless. As we have experienced, as we know, and if you are new to the game, a lot of free to play characters or units are needed for eventual easy A's or future easy A's, so you never know which free to play units you will need. So I advise you to get every free to play unit that you can at this time right now while the game is in a lull period, so that you can be prepared for any potential future free-to-play easy A's. And then that actually puts a nice segue into my next topic, which is pre-farming easy A fodder for free-to-play units. So basically, I have my main copy of these Power Brothers right here at SA10 and fully rainbowed, and then I have this extra copy at SA5 for when they eventually do get their easy A. I am prepared to raise their super attack from level 10 to 15 without wasting any Elder Kais or Grand Kais, because when Dokkan Awakened TURs get their easy A's, their super attack goes from level 10 to 15, and if you do not have the exact copy at super attack level 5, you will have to use Elder Kais or Grand Kais or go back and farm up those copies when it becomes available. But the best practice is to start now, so that when they do get their easy A's, you are hitting the ground running with their super attack right out of the gate at level 15 without wasting Elder Cards or without having to go back and backtrack and farm these free-to-play extra copies later. Another thing you could be doing is organizing your tabs. So in this case, you know, I have a 200% leader tab right here. I have a level 10 max links tab. I have premium or world tournament units, free-to-play units, easy A and SA fodder, extra copies. So these are units that, you know, I have extra copies of. So basically, if there's an LR copy of them, I have a TUR copy and also a UR copy of that LR, or a UR copy of that TUR. So that's all that is. And then units that don't have any Dokkan Awakenings at the moment, I put in this tab. So I'm basically using the tabs to organize my units in a way that makes sense for me. So that's something you could be doing doing as well for you if you have the desire to organize your box even further beyond the filters that they naturally give you. And then there's also the opportunity to, especially right now, to farm training items or zenny. And the most free to play way you can do that, and the most simplest way, is go into Dragon Ball Story, go to movies, and then you'll want to go to Galactic Crisis, Super Guy in the Galaxy. And if we hit the information tab here, you can farm Z swords in stage 1 on Z hard, and you can also farm zenny on stage 10 on Z hard. And you'll want to bring a hybrid Sans category team so that you can get those bonus rewards at the end of each of your runs. And then after you've used your stamina completely and you don't feel like refilling it with meats or anything like that because you want to save your meats for more important events, you can go ahead and go to the start tab here. We'll go to events right here, and then you can start chipping away at the challenge events here that don't take any stamina. So maybe you have a team that you can use in Super Battle Road and start chipping away at those stages, or even Extreme Super Battle Road. There's Ultimate Red Zone if you feel like attempting those things. There's also this one, Fighting Spirit, the Sands, and Bride of the Wicked Bloodline. There's also the Cell Max event if you dare to do that one. There's Collection of Epic Battles. There's a ton of events here that you could possibly be doing and start forming teams for and trying them out, because these events take absolutely no stamina for you to do. So you can try them over and over and over, try different team combinations to see if you can get past the events, to see if you can accomplish the missions that are attached to these events. It's a great way to start farming free-to-play stones, essentially, if you can start completing some of these missions. And we've got the New Year's step-up banner coming up. We've got Heroes coming up, possibly Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo right around the corner, possibly, potentially. So even if you're just finishing part of the missions, any amount of stones that you can grab right now and farm up, it'll only help you have that many more stones to summon for future units. And then something else that doesn't take stamina either is going through these Extreme Z battles. Now, you might say to yourself that you don't have the correct teams or the right team combinations to fully complete these Extreme Z battles, and that may be true, but here's the thing: if you can even complete 10 stages, that's 10 more dragon stones that you didn't have before, and you can go through a bunch of these and just complete partial Extreme Z battles. Maybe you can only get to level 15 or 17, or maybe you can only get to level 20. The thing is, you don't know unless you try. If you feel like you can't, it literally takes 0 stamina, so you can retry over and over and over without wasting stamina and possibly get through a bunch of these Extreme Z battles. Even if it is only part way through, that's going to accumulate a lot of stones for you if there's not a lot of Extreme Z battles that you have done yet. And then if there's any support memories that you are missing in your support memory inventory, you can go through any of these Dragon Ball stories or maybe story events in the event tab and look through which ones that you are missing and start farming those up, because support memories are actually pretty helpful in events like Red Zone and the longer events like the Legendary Vegeta event, the Legendary Goku event, and the Legendary Goku GT event. You can look at the information tab here and you'll be able to see what stories or what events will give you support memories. In this case, we have this Krillin's Astonishing Power-Up support memory, and you can collect 8 of them through completing some of the new missions that they attached to this Planet Namek Saga event to get this support memory. If you have any support memories that you're missing, go ahead and go back and get those. Those will only help you in the more difficult content once you start transitioning into be able to do that. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you on the next one.